Are you sick of making plans but never following through? You're not by yourself. People fail most of the time not because they aren't talented but because they make big mistakes that hold them back. But what if you could talk to a famous warrior and learn how to be successful? Miyamoto Musashi was one of the best warriors in history. He was very good at following rules, planning strategies, and getting things done. The video will show you the 10 main reasons why people don't reach their goals, along with Musashi's timeless wisdom for how to get around them. Reason 1. Vague goals. A vague goal is like a tourist who doesn't know where they're going. A lot of people fail because they don't make their goals clear enough. It doesn't mean anything to say, "I want to be successful," or "I want to be fit," unless you explain what those things mean. Musashi believed in being very precise. He said in the Book of Five Rings, "Think little of yourself and a lot about the world." This means you need to be very clear about what you want. People don't know what to do when they don't have clear goals. What does it mean that your goal is to get healthier? Is it getting stronger, losing weight, or making your stamina better? You can't keep track of growth without specifics. To use the sword correctly in Musashi's style, you had to be careful, strike with precision, and move with clear purpose. He didn't just swing his sword around randomly, everything he did was planned. To get around this, make goals that are smart, clear, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Say this instead of, "I want to make more money. I will make $10,000 a month in the next year by getting better at what I do and helping people." People are more committed when they can see the end goal clearly. Musashi trained with only one thing in mind. He got better at each skill one at a time by working hard and having a clear goal. Put your goals on paper and be sure to follow them. Picture them. Make them true. You will always miss the mark if you don't have a clear goal. Reason 2. Lack of planning. A fighter never goes into battle without a plan. Still, a lot of people go after their goals without a plan. They wish to be successful but don't do anything to get there. Do nothing that is useless, Musashi said. That is, everything we do must have a reason for doing it. You need a well-thought-out plan to get where you want to go if you want to succeed. You depend on luck when you don't plan. But chance doesn't always work, and if you don't have a step-by-step plan, you'll fail. A clear plan can help you break down a big goal into smaller steps that you can handle. For instance, if your goal is to write a book, your plan should include due dates, daily writing goals, and study schedules. Without these, the goal will always seem like a faraway dream. Musashi learned how to use tactics in life and with swords. He looked at his opponents, knew the landscape, and could guess their moves. He knew that smarts and skill were more important than brute force if he wanted to win. The same is true for reaching your goals. You need to think ahead about problems and get ready for them. A well-thought-out plan also makes it easier to see how things are going. You can see how far you've come and change your plan as needed when you have a schedule. Even the most skilled people fail to reach their full potential when they don't plan ahead. You build the road to success, you don't just happen to find it. Reason 3. Procrastination. Putting things off is the quiet killer of dreams. A lot of the time, people put things off until the perfect time, but that time never comes. Musashi thought things should be done right away. You must understand that there are various ways to reach the peak of the mountain, he wrote. Getting moving is important. Anything is better than nothing. People often put things off because they are afraid, lazy, or think they have endless time. People think they have tomorrow, next week, or next year, but days turn into months and months into years. Good things don't wait for anyone. Discipline and a sense of urgency are the only ways to stop putting things off. Musashi ever won all 60 of his fights. He didn't wait until everything was just right to fight. He changed based on the situation and made a decision. You have to do the same things in life. Start your business right now if you want to. Take the first lesson now if you want to learn something. Your desire will fade faster if you wait too long. You can stop putting things off by following the 2-minute rule. If it takes less than 2 minutes to begin, do it right away. Taking action builds energy. It's not hard at all once you start. Reason 4. Lack of commitment. A lot of people start out really excited about a goal, but as time goes on, they lose that spark. One of the main reasons goals aren't met is that people aren't committed to them. Miyamoto Musashi thought that complete dedication was needed to reach real mastery. See what you can't see with your eyes, he said years ago. This means having your eye on the big picture and not getting caught up in the problems you're facing right now. Being committed means staying with your goal even when you don't feel like it. In fact, motivation is like waves in the ocean. It comes and goes like the tides. The ability to keep going even when they don't feel like it is what sets great people apart from unsuccessful ones. This was clear from Musashi's life. He trained alone for years, improving his skills and mental toughness. He didn't give up when he got bored, tired, or had a failure. People who choose ease over challenge often don't commit to anything. A lot of people want results but don't want to put in the work that it takes to get them. Musashi taught that a fighter shouldn't run away from trouble, but should welcome it. You need to stop making excuses if you really want to reach your goal. It takes effort, consistency, and toughness to be successful. If you want to build dedication, make it impossible to quit. Set your goal as a must-have. Get rid of everything that will get in the way, set strict goals, and remember why you started. Face problems straight on when they come up. Musashi showed that people who never give up are the ones who truly master their craft. Reason 5. Fear of failure. One big reason people never reach their goals is that they are afraid of failing. They don't leave their safe zones because they are afraid to fail or take risks. They don't move forward because they question themselves and are afraid of what other people will think or the disappointment that will come from failing. But Miyamoto Musashi knew that failing is not a bad thing. It's a necessary part of getting better. Musashi ever won all 60 of his fights. He was successful, though not because he played it safe. There were times when he put himself in real fights and could have lost at any time. He took on tasks even though he knew that being afraid or hesitant could kill him. You must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain, he wrote in the Book of 5 Rings. This means that failing doesn't mean the end. There are always new ways to succeed as long as you keep going. If you want to learn, you have to fail sometimes. Making mistakes is a good way to learn. People don't grow if they don't fail. There are people who have failed more times than they have succeeded. The main difference is that they don't give up when things go wrong. Instead, they use it to get better. You need to change the way you think to get over your fear of failing. Imagine that you are pushing yourself to the limits when you fail. This will help you see that you are not weak. Do something even though you're scared. Each step you take will boost your confidence. Because giving up is the real failing. Reason 6. Lack of accountability. Without being responsible, growth isn't steady, and goals become unreachable dreams. For Miyamoto Musashi, life was all about being a fighter who took responsibility for everything. He didn't depend on other people to push him. He was responsible for everything: his deeds, his training, and finally his success. He said, "You must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain. Actually, there are many ways to be successful, but they all need hard work and being responsible for yourself." Many people make plans to do something but never do it because they don't have a way to hold themselves responsible. It's easy to make excuses, put things off, or explain being lazy when no one is looking. This is why having outside accountability, like mentors, partners, or organized tracking systems, is so important for success. Musashi put his fighting skills to the test by fighting real people who held him responsible for how well he did. He didn't just train by himself, he tested his skills to the limit and showed how disciplined he was. Set up responsibility in your life if you want to do well. Make plans, keep track of your progress, and hang out with people who will push you to stay on track. Having a schedule will help you stay on track, whether it's a guide, a friend, or a journal where you write down what you do. Success doesn't just happen by itself. Every single day, the best fighters, leaders, and achievers hold themselves responsible. It is impossible to succeed if you do not keep track of your progress and make sure you stay on the right road. Tell yourself the truth. Are you really doing everything you can to reach your goals? If not, it's time to take charge of your trip on your own. Reason 7. Distractions. People today are easily distracted by things like social media, alerts, and streaming services, which make it hard to stay on task and reach their goals. A famous martial artist named Miyamoto Musashi believed in the idea of absolute focus and full attention. In his mind, Distractions would only slow people down or lead them wrong. People today have a hard time staying focused, which stops them from making real progress. To get rid of distractions, you need to be disciplined and in charge of your surroundings. Musashi stressed making life easier by getting rid of things that aren't needed. To reach your goals, make sure there are no distractions around, turn off notifications that aren't needed, schedule time to do important work, and practice mindfulness. Prepare your mind to say no to temptations. Distractions can make you lose steam, which is what makes successful people different from unsuccessful ones. If you want to be great, you need to learn how to keep your attention safe like a warrior keeps his sword safe. Reason 8. Unrealistic expectations. Setting too high of goals is one of the main reasons why people don't reach their targets. They don't want to have to work hard or wait for things to go smoothly. But that's not how things are in real life. It takes time, work, and determination to grow. This was very clear to Miyamoto Musashi. He spent years getting better at using a sword by training alone and taking on tough opponents in fight. He didn't think mastery would come quickly because he knew that the only way to get ahead was to be patient and follow through with his plans. We are taught to want things right away in today's world. People who have had success on social media rarely talk about the years of hard work that went into it. When people see someone do something great, they think it was easy. They get down on themselves and give up when they don't see results right away in their own journey. But Musashi shows us that to really learn something, you have to work at it for a lifetime. See that which you can't see with the eye, he wrote in the Book of 5 Rings. Success is made, not given. This means going beyond what's obvious and getting to the bottom of things. You need to be serious about your goals if you want to reach them. Know that things will get better over time. Enjoy the little wins, be patient, and stick with the process. When you stop expecting quick results and start appreciating hard work over time, you'll be on the right track to success. Reason 9. Lack of self-belief. You can only be successful if you believe in yourself. Nothing you plan, do, or strategize will matter if you don't have it. Musashi knew how important it was to be independent and believe in one's own skills. He wrote, "Respect Buddha and the gods, but don't depend on them to help you." This deep statement means that you should ask for help, but you should also trust yourself and your skills in the end. A lack of self-belief is often caused by mistakes made in the past, fear of being judged, or not having enough experience. Musashi's method, on the other hand, shows us that self-doubt is the biggest thing that gets in the way of success. You will never do what you need to do to reach your goal if you don't think you can. Musashi won more than 60 duels by not having faith in himself. He relied on his skills, knowledge, and hard work. Self-doubt really does stop you in your tracks. It makes people hesitate, second-guess, and miss out on chances. But when you have faith in yourself, you make a force that can't be stopped. You will feel confident and sure of yourself in everything you do. Before you can believe in yourself, you have to know how valuable you are. Be proud of your abilities, your promise, and your drive. After that, keep taking small steps towards your goal. Your belief will get stronger with every win, no matter how small. Remember that Musashi didn't wait for the right time to do something. He did it by believing his training, his instincts, and his determination. Like them, you can do great things if you really believe in yourself. Reason 10. Inconsistent action. One of the main reasons people don't reach their goals is that they don't act consistently. Getting excited about a goal is easy. If you start out strong, you might lose steam when problems come up or your drive fades. Musashi, on the other hand, knew how important it was to work hard all the time. He learned to use a sword well over time. He worked on his skills every day with unwavering dedication. This kind of discipline is important for anyone who wants to succeed. When you do different things at different times, you send your mind and the world mixed messages. You may be very excited to begin with, but when you get off track, it makes you question yourself and give up. Musashi felt that hard work paid off. Perceive that which cannot be seen with the eye, he said, which means that you can't always see right away how your deeds really affect other people. Over time, they add up, and the benefits are often small at first. To reach any important goal, you have to make a daily pledge to action, just like learning how to use a sword properly. It means going even when you don't want to, keeping going even when things go wrong, and realizing that growth is a process, not a goal. Over time, small steps taken regularly add up to big changes. You should train all the time like Musashi did. You will never get the results you deserve if you don't keep at it.